So how do you handle a salvage or rebuilt title on a vehicle? This is Dave at cartitles.com. A salvage or rebuilt status on a title is a permanent documentation for that vehicle. It means that at some point in the history of that car, it was processed through an insurance company or total loss or some other legal process that changed the status of that car. It's no longer just a regular unbranded title. It's either a rebuilt title, a salvage title. Sometimes the brand will even prohibit the car from being used as an on-the-road vehicle. This is not part of getting the title for the vehicle. That's already on the title. Getting a new title, getting a different title is not going to change that. It's a permanent status. Any efforts that anybody takes to circumvent that status or to change whether it's a rebuilt title is illegal. You have to maintain that current status. If you don't have a title for the car and you know it's a salvage title, we can get a title for the vehicle, but it will have the same prior status that the vehicle had in the history of the car. So make sure that the actual knowledge you have matches the replacement title, because if you do something that attempts to change that status, that's an illegal act and you could have liability depending on your state. Even if somehow you obtain a title which doesn't have that salvage or rebuilt brand or stamp on it, that history still remains with the vehicle and it's going to turn up later. And if you misrepresent either the application to get a title without rebuilt on it, or if you misrepresent the vehicle to a buyer that it's not a salvage or rebuilt status, that could have consequences for you financially if the seller has problems or the buyer has problems, or if the government agency decides that they discover that you've circumvented their salvage status. So salvage and rebuilt is a permanent process. It cannot be undone in most cases. There are some very complicated inspection processes which in some cases can change it, but usually it's not practical. So keep in mind that salvage and rebuilt can't be undone. If you have questions about obtaining a title for a vehicle, you can reach us at our website at cartitles.com.